Hello everyone and welcome to the at-home workout series. This first video is where you should start off all your sessions. It's really important to get a good warm-up and make sure your body is primed and ready to move. So let's get started with our full body warm-up. Here's what your warm-up will look like. We're going to do a little bit of wrist mobility, some ankle mobility. We're going to go through a quadruped rocking, shoulder protract retrack, plank, knee hugs, glute bridge, shoulder slides, and clam shells. Now I'll demonstrate each movement for you. Okay, our first movement is our wrist mobility series. So we're going to start off with circles, just making nice big circles with our wrist. And after you complete those both directions, we're going to go into flexion and extension. So we're just going to stretch our wrist like so. And after you hold for about 10 seconds, you're going to switch to the other wrist and continue to stretch that side. After you complete that, switch hands and do flexion and extension on the other hand. Next up is the ankle mobility series. We're going to start off with circles. We're going to do 10 or so each direction. Once you do your 10 circles each direction, we're going to go into flexion and extension. You can either hold those or do about 10 or so flexion and extension. The next movement is our quadruped rocking. We're going to start off in a tabletop position, and this movement is going to help get us ready for all of our squat patterning movements. All we're going to do is start from the tabletop position and then slowly push your butt towards your heels and mimic a squat pattern. We're going to do this for about 6 to 10 repetitions. Next up is the shoulder protract retract. We're going to stay in that tabletop position, and all we're going to do is lower our chest towards the ground and squeeze our shoulder blades and then push up past neutral. So pushing up and squeezing your shoulder blades at the bottom. We're going to warm up our shoulders for our upper pushing exercises. Next up is the plank. All we're going to do is go into our push-up position, and we're going to hold this position for about 30 seconds. We want to keep our body in a nice straight line and not let our hips sag towards the floor. For the next move, we're going to need to roll over onto our back, and we're going to perform our knee hugs. So we're just going to alternate our legs, bringing your knee to your chest and squeezing as tight as you can, get a full stretch, and then release. So you're just going back and forth on your legs here till you get about 6 to 10 repetitions on each side. We're going to stay on our back for our next movement and do our glute bridge. With your feet about a foot away from your butt, you're going to raise your hips up off the floor, and we're going to try to get in a nice straight line from our shoulders to our knees. You're going to squeeze your glutes and hold this position for about 30 seconds. The next movement is our shoulder slides. We're going to start in the same position as our glute bridge, except we're going to slide our hands overhead and warm up our shoulders. Try your best to keep your back flat to the floor and get your fingertips, wrists, and elbows to the ground. That's going to vary based on your shoulder mobility. You're going to perform 6 to 10 repetitions of this exercise. Our last exercise is our clam shells. We're going to be in a side lying position. Just get your head in a relaxing position, and then we're going to rotate your hip up towards the sky or ceiling if you're indoors. Make sure you flip over and perform the clam shells on the other side as well, and perform 6 to 10 repetitions on each side. Okay, let's review the whole warm-up again. First, you're going to start off with wrist mobility and do 10 circles each hand. Then you're going to do 10 seconds of flexion and extension on each hand. You'll do your ankle mobility series, which is your foot circles each direction and your flexion extension again. Then you're going to do 6 to 10 repetitions of your quadruped rocking. Then you're going to do your shoulder retract protract for 6 to 10 reps. We'll hold a plank for 30 seconds. You're going to do 6 to 10 repetitions on your knee hugs, 30 seconds of your glute bridge. We'll do 6 to 10 repetitions on your shoulder slides, and finish off with 6 to 10 reps on each side of clam shells. Once you complete this, you're ready to choose your workout for the day. So good luck and have some fun.